remaining schedule, if I'm correct. And then when it comes to the Bills, they have the 11th easiest. By the way, the Patriots and the Bucks play each other this weekend, so that's going to be a good test. Since you guys have both completely different answers, do either one of you have strong feelings about the other's answers? Like, Pete, do you completely disagree with him, or B-Mac?
Here we go, Bills Mafia. One chapter, full throttle for Bills Mafia Wire. Buffalo, listen up. All week, the narrative has been the same. Is this the moment Miami flips the script? But the truth is simple, and it's in the numbers and on the tape. Josh Allen owns this matchup. He isn't just good against the Dolphins, he's the standard. Allen is 13-2 in his career versus Miami, and the Bills have stacked win after win in this rivalry, including the most recent 31-21 victory on September 18, 2025, where Allen threw 3 touchdowns and took command late to close it out. That wasn't a one-off, that's a trend. Buffalo has now taken 13 of the last 14 regular season meetings with Miami and rides a 7-game win streak in the series. That's not hype, that's a receipt. And it's not just Dolphins-specific. Look inside the division. Over the last 3 years, Buffalo is 15-5 against the AFC East. That's what sustained dominance looks like. Beating the teams that know you best, that game plan you all summer, and still can't get you off your spot when it matters. That's culture. That's standard. That's the Bills. Let's talk about what changed and why this version of Buffalo travels. Start with the defense. You saw it in that stretch where the Bills tightened their communication and sharpened the edges on game day. Sean McDermott and new DC Bobby Babich have been collaborating more directly on defensive play calls. Not in some panic, but in a precision tune-up that puts the right calls in the headset at the right moments. That subtle adjustment showed up in situational football, tighter red zone fits, better third down leverage, and pressure looks that disguise late and trigger fast. When your head coach is a defensive mind and he syncs with his coordinator mid-season, you can feel it on Sundays. The calls arrive with purpose. Offensively, this is the most balanced Allen-led unit we've seen in a while. Not because the passing game lost its teeth, but because the run game finally forces honest boxes. James Cook has been the spark plug that keeps 2nd and 6 on schedule and opens the middle of the field for Allen's RPO and glance throws. In that September win over Miami, Cook punched for 108 on the ground, chain-moving yards that allow Buffalo to play left-handed when defenses think they've got the uppercut timed. And when it's winning time, Allen's chemistry with Khalil Shakir shows up. Clean timing, landmark precision, and the ability to create the one more off-script shot when a drive needs life. That's how you close. Now here's the heartbeat of tonight's conversation, the clip that should be your open, your hook, your thumbnail text, your entire spine of belief. Josh Allen is 13-2 versus the Dolphins in his career. That's not some random stat. That's a declaration of identity. In rivalry games, the games that define legacies and seedings, Allen plays bigger. When the stage gets heavy, he gets lighter. When the moment gets loud, he gets clearer. You can build a whole show around that sentence because it tells your audience what's coming. Buffalo doesn't blink. And if you're Miami, here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not that they can't score. It's that Buffalo repeatedly drags them into a different style of fight. When the speed fades after the script, when possessions compress, when third downs tighten, the edge swings toward the team that tackles better, that disguises longer, that trusts its quarterback to be a problem solver and not just a distributor. That team has been the Bills, and it's been the Bills consistently. The most recent meeting proved it again. After Miami had moments early, Buffalo won the critical downs late and slammed the door with a clean 2-minute response and a field goal to finish. That's a mature offense and a defense that plays its best snaps when the game is on the line. Zoom out. People asked if Buffalo could sustain a post-roster shuffle identity, if the window was still open. The answer came last year when they ripped through the division and hung another banner, the 5th straight AFC East title. and it carried into this season with a 6-2 start. Top 3 scoring and a defense that's allowing barely 3 touchdowns per game. Continuity of standard, not just continuity of names, that's the difference. So what does it mean for the next chapter of Bills Dolphins? It means Buffalo walks in with the better quarterback in this matchup, the steadier situational defense, and the proven answers in the fourth quarter. It means Miami has to prove it. Not with yards scripted in the first 15 plays, but with conversions when the Bills rotate late, with ball security when the pocket muddies, with answers when the chess match goes past the first move. History says Buffalo owns those moments. Recent tape agrees. Here's how I'd frame it to our viewers on Bills Mafia Wire. This is not just another regular season game. This is identity confirmation. We already saw it in September. Allen processing fast, Cook changing math in the box, Shakir finishing drives, and the defense stealing Miami's timing windows. We've seen it year after year. Allen's mastery against this opponent, the rivalry streak, the division body of work. If Miami wants tonight, they're going to have to take it from Buffalo in the final 8 minutes, where the Bills have lived and feasted. My prediction and my conviction are the same. Buffalo plays the cleaner game, wins turnover margin, and forces Miami into late down throws against disguised pressure. Allen delivers 2 daggers in the second half, one off an extended play rolling right and one on a glance route off RPO to beat leverage. The defense squeezes the middle, rallies to the ball, and closes with a 4-man rush. Bills by 1 score, and the rivalry narrative stays right where it's been. Buffalo sets the tone in the AFC East. Bills Mafia, I want you in this. Drop your score predictions, your X factors, and the one player you think flips this game. If you're riding with the streak and you believe Allen continues to own this matchup, hit like, smash subscribe, and share this with the friend who still thinks the narrative is changing tonight. This is Bills football, standard over storyline.